My next Meri Wonders is about the release tape that is on the back of these double-sided tapes that have a release paper on them. I use these a lot. This happens to be Ms. Sparkles, but I buy all different brands. I buy score tape, I buy generic tape, I buy Ms. Sparkles when I can find it at Joann's. I usually find it in the $2 bin, but it's not always there. It's a $2 bin, so if it gets grabbed, it gets grabbed, and if I find it, I'm lucky. But I do look for this when I go to Joann's. So I have been making some cards, and this is just scrap that I have left over. It's kind of odd cut and everything, but I want to show you what I've been wondering about. Now this wonder that I'm wondering about really shouldn't be a wonder why. It's more of a wonder wish. I really do like this tape. It is nice that you can just put it on the back and pull it up just like this. However, my problem with this tape is not all the time is it easy to get this release paper off once you've taped it down. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes you're just pulling at it. Sometimes, now this came up pretty easy, but sometimes the whole side of the tape comes up. Sometimes you tear it. Sometimes you have to burnish it back down, and you have to fiddle with it. Sometimes you use a pin or a pokey tool to get that release paper started so that you can pull it up nice. It pulls up nice once you get it started, but it's not always easy to get this release paper to release. Sometimes it grabs onto it. Now, I've made my own double-sided tape just using Scotch brand double-sided tape. I didn't really make the double-sided tape. I made the tape with the release paper. And what I did was I purposely left it so that you could pull it up with no issue. The wax paper, this is just wax paper. This is a piece of double-sided tape between wax paper. This is a art hack. But look, I left enough paper in here that I can pull it with no issue, no problem. I can't tear the tape. It's not a tape that I can tear. I can tear the wax paper, and in fact I'm going to. I have a pretty thin piece of tape here, but I do have to cut the tape. This tape is not the terrible, the type that tears. You have to trim it off. But it has that, with that wax paper being offset just a little, I can get to my tape. My tape is right here. I can feel it. And I can just put it down, burnish it down, and get at it. My tape is on here now. And then I can just tape my piece down just as if I was going to. Now this is a label maker from Dynamo. And you can buy these little tape cartridges that fit in, and you can print out your label. But what I like about this tape is they have a slit right down the middle here, and you can just fold it. You can just get at it and pull it up. I wrote Merry Christmas here. See how easy that was? Here's my Meri, and I just kind of fold it in half, and it's got that slit. It's got the release paper is slit right down the middle. That's the way they manufacture it, and you just pull it up. Just like that. So my wonder is, why can't the companies, and I guess I know the answer to that. I imagine it's another manufacturing thing. They would probably have to retool to do that. But it would be really nice if they could leave a edge here. It doesn't have to be a 1/2 inch like what I did, but if they could just leave a little bit of overlap to where you could get in there and pull these two pieces apart, pull the backing off of the tape without you having to get a pin and pick at it or pry at it. I just find this really inconvenient. I love the tape, but it's really hard to get at it. And if they could do something like Dymo does and split the release paper down the center, how nice that would be. So, this is not a Meri Wonders why so much as it is a Meri wishes they would.